Hi, my name is Dave Marks. I'm the Director of Digital Strategy and Engagement for the Central Territory of the Salvation Army, and I'm one of 21 million people in the United States who has experienced a major depressive episode in the past few years. This is my story. I grew up in a suburb of Chicago where I had a wonderful life and even more wonderful family. My parents, God bless them, were the most caring, nurturing parents I could ever ask for. They did and still do truly care. My brother, Stephen, is also a caring presence in my life throughout my life. I did really well in high school, was captain of the soccer team, both freshman and sophomore years, not that I'm bragging or anything. I had no reason to be sad or upset with my life. But then, in the middle of sophomore year, things went south. I started distancing myself from others, focusing more on schoolwork, and during a time when most boys my age at that point were gaining weight and muscle, I lost 30 pounds in one summer. I weighed 110 pounds at 6 feet tall, a little on the low side if you ask any doctor. I mainly did this through running and essentially starving myself. After a few months of this apathy and utter despair, my brother told my parents that they needed to take me to see my doctor as soon as possible. I was diagnosed with depression and anorexia, pretty severe case at that. My doctor put me on antidepressants to help counter the neurotransmitter deficit that was happening in my brain. I don't remember much from the next 5 years of my life, except for being prescribed a bunch of different antidepressants at different amounts. A lot of the time, it didn't feel like anything was happening. I remember really hating life. Everything seemed hopeless, and there was nothing to ever look forward to. It was hell. One of the things that will always stay with me is the loneliness, feeling like no one cared and that I was doomed to a life of isolation. After seeing a psychiatrist and psychologist for over 4 years, my psychiatrist finally was able to get me on the correct cocktail of medications. In fewer than 3 months, I gained 50 pounds, developed a social life, and saw my attitude change to one of hope and positivity. I'm extremely blessed to have gotten through this unbelievably painful time in my life. Through the help of family and friends, I relearned life. I relearned how to have friends. I relearned how to look at life in a more positive light. I relearned how to love, not only others but also myself. My family and faith got me through this period. I wouldn't be alive without them. Why am I telling this story? To let you know that there's always hope. If God could take someone like me on the brink of death and bring him to a fulfilling life, he can heal anyone. There are people who love you and resources available if you are suffering from a mental illness. Please take care.